Hello and welcome, my bright, eager, young, lucid learners, young and young-minded. My name is Benjamin Faust, economics teacher. I'm so glad you're here today because we are having a get well party for the helium market. So about 5 or 6 years ago, we were hearing a lot of things because helium is not just used by dollar stores to sell balloons for people to get well. They're also, the helium, the gas, is very special. It's used for medical and technology fields, MRIs, medicine, like important stuff, life or death kind of stuff. There was a shortage and people were concerned. They said, why is there a shortage? Well, I'm going to tell you why. First of all, let's go back to a history lesson. 1960s, helium was important for the military, and so the government stockpiled a ton of it somewhere in Texas. Now, when the government got into later on, 90s I believe, the government was in deregulation mode, and so they said, you know what, there's no sense of us having a federal helium reserve, we're going to get rid of it, we're going to sell the stuff in it. So what happened is they were going to marketize it, but the way it was set up was not by auction, it wasn't by using the mechanisms of what the market would pay, it was using the mechanisms of what the government paid in order to get the helium in the first place. So the government was selling the helium at cost, which over time, it was kind of flat, maybe a small increase because, you know, expenses for running the agency that sells it, but it was not going up, the price was not going up enough to compensate for the increased demand as our technology has improved. So what happened was you had a shortage. The government, essentially, the US government was setting the world price for helium here, and you had demand that was here, and so when you have that going on, you have something called a shortage, and so people were getting very upset. They would see kids with balloons, letting them go, floating up into the sky when hospitals were having trouble getting it for the MRI machines. So what happened was, 2013, Congress and the US government did something good, okay? For real, they did. They said, you know what, we're no longer going to do it by cost, we're gonna have an auction, we're gonna auction it off, and the remaining, it's only going, the helium reserve will run out in another year, 2018 it will run out. And so for the remainder of the time, starting 2013, we're gonna auction it off. And what happened? The prices went up. But here's the important thing, when prices go up, yes, people are more constrained, they use less, but also it tells you if you're a producer, if you're a mining company, it tells you if you have helium in your oil that you're extracting, you better save the helium because you can sell it. And so when the price went up, people started producing more helium. And in fact, the prices did go up, and now mining companies are asking the government again for another law change for permission to use federal lands to extract just helium. Current law says they can only extract minerals and helium as a byproduct. So people are now exploring options. Other countries are involved. There's a big reserve of it found in Tanzania. Qatar got into producing it and then stopped producing it, caused prices to go up for a bit, but now they're back producing it, caused everybody around the world to be more sensitive to helium and to find ways to find and conserve it. So what you have is you had a constrained balloon. Yeah, I have my scissors. You know it's about to happen, right? So it's okay. I won't scare you, I promise, unless you're scared of scissors. But yeah, but what happened was we had a sick helium market, right? 2013, Congress did something right, and the free market was then untethered. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video.
If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more economics content on facebook.com/Benjamin Faust, click the follow button or send me a friend request. Be sure to select See First on your notification settings. I can be found on YouTube, search string Benjamin Faust Economics Teacher.
Subscribe and click the notification bell. You can also find me on Twitter and Gab at Benjamin Faust. As always,
Liking and sharing this content makes me
higher than helium.